Please make your way to a comfortable seat. We'll start with a very brief meditation. Right now, if I'm on your main screen, I'll be here in the very beginning part of class, but once we get flowing, I will be transitioning over to Jenna. She will be the demo. Feel free to mute yourself or unmute yourself as needed, turn your camera on or off based off of what you need. Yeah, so take a comfortable seat, whatever you have below you, widen your pelvic floor on that. Untuck the pelvis, untuck the tail. And then slide your hands along your waistline up to your belly, up to the upper part of your belly. So we would call that your solar plexus, right? And just allow the breath, you guys try to push the breath not only forward into where your hands are, but also backward. So there's this whole channel of energy from the pelvis all the way up through the crown of the head that you're tuning into. Yeah. And then try to make that breath more expansive, more fluid. Slow and steady with no rush, no hurry. Soften your jaw by parting your teeth just a bit near the back of your mouth. So there feels like there's a space back there, a space to explore. Nice. Now take your hands, you guys, to the sides of your ribs. So almost like you're going to do a chicken dance, but really feeling the side of the ribs, and move them side to side and just picture it like a big sphere of the ribs, and they're just gliding. You're making them more open. And as you inhale, it's super cool. Notice how when you inhale, your ribs push laterally. You can feel how they push wider. And as you exhale, there's a softening of that space. Do that one more time. Inhale, feel how it expands into the lateral plane on the in-breath. And exhale, the very natural softening. Good. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment to bow your head. And I invite you to set an intention, a purpose, a goal. It can be one word that inspires you, or it can be maybe a short phrase, a mantra, that pulls you into the meaning behind these practices we do. And this unique opportunity that we have to enhance our home practice. Take a full inhale, lift the chin. Open mouth, exhale all the way out. One more cleansing breath, please. Inhale fully all the way up to the tippy top of the breath till you're expanded. And exhale. Nice, you guys stretch your arms up towards the sky and imagine you're picking fruit off of a tree, one hand and then the other. And it creates a bit of a side bend, but notice a bit more of the elevation from the hip through the ribs. Arc side to side, let the head tip away from the ribs that are opening. Yeah, nice. And eventually, let's put the right hand to the earth and reach the left hand up and over all the way to the side. Bring the gaze down, look towards the floor and lift from the back part of your ribs. Inhale, make your way back up, stretch your arms up high. Other side, left hand to the earth, right arm up and overhead, side bend. And then bring a little down, maybe a little tuck of the chin, you could think of it, and let the back of the ribs flow more up and open. Good. Inhale back to center. We'll do one more on each side. Right hand to the earth, left arm arcs up and over your head. Fill the ribs. Inhale, make your way back up. And go other side, of course. Left hand down, right arm arcs to the side, filling up the ribs all the way. Cool, you guys. Inhale, come back to center, and we'll make our way to all fours. So bring the hands to the earth, move any props that you may have been utilizing out of the way. And then we'll play with some cat-cow when ready, no rush. Inhale, arc the spine, gaze up, let the tailbone and the head lift fully. And on your exhale, opposite of that, round your back. And again, those ribs, you can let them get really big behind you, opening up the spine. Let's do that with the breath. Inhale, open, elevate, stretch, make it long all the way through the tissues of the front. Exhale, you round and you tuck and you curl, squeezing the core muscles in tight. And then I invite you to do a couple more at your own speed, and even potentially add some side stretches, lateral movements, whatever feels really good to you. Yeah. Notice the fingers, they have space, they're spread wide, and there's a bit of a grip with your fingertips, much like a slab climb might feel, right? There's a grip that'll create a springiness of the hand, so it's not completely flat and dead, right? There's a pull in of energy there. Good. And coming back to center, let's stretch your left leg straight behind you and flex your left foot and try spreading your toes out real wide. Good, lean into your left hand, reach your right arm long and forward. Increase the distance of the hand to the foot by reaching from your center, not just the edges. And on an exhale crunch, bring your elbow to your knee below your body and let your spine curl in like a little tuck again. Yeah, cool. Inhale, re-extend, go super long and even up a bit to stretch the back. Exhale, curl and tuck. And again, with your own breath, so you don't have to stay with my rhythm ever, especially in the rhythm of your own home. It's so cool in these kinds of things is we really have the space to explore. Really have the space to maybe linger. If there's a pose I get you into that you don't want to come out of yet, stay in that, enjoy that, distill what you're experiencing. Next time you inhale and reach, that'll be our final reach. And as you exhale, bring the hand and the knee back to the ground. Pause for one full breath and get the ribs bigger, even on the back side. Yeah. Other side, extend your right leg straight back, flex your foot, spread your toes. It's like you're standing on that foot, even though it's in the air. Lean into the right hand, left arm extension. Use your own inhale to lift a bit and utilize the exhale, fully crunch. Try to get all the air out as best you can by exhaling and crunching. Yeah. On your own, a handful more. These kinds of bilateral or opposite side movements of any kind in yoga are so helpful for your low back, right? So or even just fitness, yoga aside, just creating this opposite side balance is such a great tool for yourself or for anybody you know who has some low back pain. Cool. Next time you reach, take your time. That'll be our final reach. Make it long and juicy. And upon the exhale, we'll come back to all fours, hands and knees. Okay, again, spread the fingers, have the hands below you and maybe even a bit wider than your shoulders for lots of space. Curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back, making your way to your first downward dog. First down dog on Zoom today. Maybe you've done some others. Pedal out your feet, wag your tail, hips go left, hips can swivel right. Yeah, fortify the relationship from the base of the pelvis. That's something you're widening, yeah. And a bend of the knees, a little push forward of your knees so the backs of the knees aren't so locked, right? There's the sponginess there. You access that and then you can widen the pelvic floor more. Yeah, good. Take a couple more breaths here. Any other movements that you need to do? And if anytime this is too much, you guys just put your knees on the ground. Fill inhale, empty on the exhale. And on the inhale, let's go heels really high, stretching the feet out. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward and either step or hop to the front of your mat. Let's go pretty wide with the feet, about as wide as a mat. Let's go spacious. Hold your elbows, bend your knees, pull the low belly in and dangle the ribs. Go glide from side to side. So just a ragdoll, we call it for obvious reasons. Letting the ribs hang heavy, but there's still some activity in the legs. So be thoughtful that the legs aren't taking a nap right now. And keep a tonus, a power in the hips. Yeah, good. Nice, release your hands and then put them on your shins. Come up halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Stretch the crown of your head super long away from your hips. And on your exhale, take a nice forward fold. We're going to go one vertebrae at a time, bend the knees a bit, tug the low belly, curl up slow, one vertebrae stacks at a time. Arms can hang super duper heavy. Once you're vertical, again, please don't rush yourself. Eventually take the arms overhead, let the legs stay wide and make a big star out of your body. So just like how big can you get? Not just from the edges, but from the inside of the heart, make space. Cactus the elbows as you back bend, baby back bend, opening the front chest. And then inhale, re-extend through your arms, go super high. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, hinge at your hips. Yeah, eventually reaching down to touch the earth. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plank pose. You're going to take the hands back to the ground, nice and firm, and step yourself back to plank. We'll hold that for just a couple moments. Put your knees down as a modification. Squeeze the low belly, push the crown of your head forward, and try to open your throat maybe just a little bit more so there's less compression front body, it's more uniform. On the inhale, push your heart forward just a cinch. Exhale, bend your elbows backwards, chaturanga, come halfway down. Inhale, roll over your feet, gradually raise the heart forward and up, stretching the front of the body out, crown of the head to the sky. Nice, you guys. Exhale, push back, curling the toes, lifting your hips up and wide. Yeah, nice, Melissa. So you just let the breath be the guide. And so, especially benefiting from the home practice, right? The fact that you're really self-guided in this space. As we do a few more flows together, let the breath come just a teeny bit first. Yeah, nice, Pauline. I see that. Giving her partner an adjustment. So good. She's in our YTT. Big points. All right, let's do some sun salutations. Sun A. Inhale, lift your heels up high. Exhale, bend the knees, step or hop to the hands. Utilize an inhale, stretch halfway up. Utilize your exhale to forward fold. Inhale, raise your arms up all the way to the sky again. Just get big, take up space. Exhale, cactus the arms, opening the front chest nicely. Inhale, re-extend your arms, shoot them up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold, hinge your hips, make your way to the ground. On the inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plank. You're going to step or hop back, and we'll go right away into chaturanga. So you let the elbows bend backwards. Use your knees if you want. Inhale, open the chest, stretch the crown up. Yeah, nice. Exhale, press your hips back, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. And again, the alternative, if the hands are getting tired or if you just want a more mellow practice, child's pose is a great place to hang out instead of here. That would be knees wide on the ground, big toes touch, and the forehead can come to the earth. And Jenna's showing that here as needed to use as a demonstration of what child's pose looks like. Take 2 more breaths. Full on the inhale. Empty on the exhale. Nice. All right, getting ready to come forward. Rise up to down dog if you're not there. Everybody lift your heels. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop to the front of your yoga mat. On your in-breath, come halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale, let's stand up, take up space, let yourself get big. Exhale, easy cactus pose. Bend your elbows, spread the lungs on the front. Inhale, re-extend your arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Glide through the hips, descend the head to the earth. Nice, Jenna. Good. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Flow. Plant your hands, step yourself, or jump back to plank. Knees can go to the earth if you want. Chaturanga halfway down. Inhale, upward dog. Point the feet and make a long line of the front body. Yeah, nice, Erin. Upward dog, curl your toes, lift your hips up and back. Nice tweet. Let's breathe together. Everybody inhale. Everybody exhale. One more like that. Everybody big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Last sun A. Inhale, lift your heels, stretch them super high. Exhale to bend the knees, step or hop to the front of your yoga mat. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, stand, raise the arms, stretch super tall. Exhale, take the cactus arms again, and then bring your arms all the way behind your back, interlacing all your fingers behind your back. Establish stability in your core. Pull the shoulder blades as far back as you can with your bind. Inhale, lengthen. You can always use a towel or a yoga strap if this is a little too intense. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. So the knuckles are pushing towards the ceiling and then up and away from your hips as best as you can. If this is a tight space for you, it's normal. Cool, now you're gonna keep the bind. You're gonna take a half lift. Knuckles press up towards the sky, lengthen through the crown. Yeah. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do that twice more, just doing a half lift with the bind. Inhale, half lift, stretch the crown forward, hips back. Knees can bend as much as you need, friends. Nice, Nicole. Exhale, bend. Big breaths, one more. Full inhale, work it, make it longer, make it stretchier. Exhale, forward bend. When ready, release your hands, widen your feet, pretty wide again. Take your peace fingers, hook your big toes. Even pigeon toe the feet a little bit is nice, a little narrower with the toes, helps you widen the hips. Okay, now get a good bind with the hands and the fingers. Inhale, half lift, stretch your spine, lengthen out. Exhale, forward fold, let the elbows bend laterally, let the ribs open laterally as you descend in your Padangustasana. Shake out the neck, relax your jaw, friends. Let go of any unnecessary tension. Yeah, let yourself feel the whole body, feet to crown. One more breath here, taking your time, letting yourself feel. Without judging, without comparing to how your practice felt yesterday or last week, just here and now. Nice. Cool, you guys. Unhook your toes, stretch halfway up, push the crown of your head forward. Nice, Mark. Good. Really make it long in the spine. That's better. Exhale, plank pose. Step or hop to the back of your mat. Chaturanga flow. Use the knees if you like. Exhale to lower, inhale, you lift, up dog or modification of cobra is cool too. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once you get back to down dog, please lift your right leg and let's warm up that hip. So I'm gonna ask you to bend your right knee, do some rotations, any movements, honestly, that right leg wants. If the arms are getting tired, simply put the left knee on the ground and continue the same process. That works really well too. Maybe roll the ankle out. Yeah, cool, you guys. Now on your next inhale, straighten that right leg and square your hips as best as you can. And flex through that right foot. So you want to think like you're still standing on that foot. Exhale, bring the right knee and tap your right elbow, coming towards a plank pose. Core work, yeah, super fun. Inhale, re-extend your right leg long and high. Exhale, tap the left elbow. So same process, but adding that twist. Good, inhale, right leg extends high. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose, stay there for just a moment, work the core, and then place the foot between your hands. Ooh, crescent lunge, inhale, raise the arms up. Make it big, belly in, ribs full, arms high. Upon an exhale, take a bit of a cactus. Don't go too far, don't compress your spine, but let it feel good. Super. Inhale, raise the arms back up. Spinning out to warrior two. So the arms will go lateral by your sides. Your left heel will spin down. Back left foot is more or less parallel with the back edge of your yoga mat. Gaze is forward, but observe there's a uniformity in the arms. The right arm's not more than the left and vice versa. There's an equalness to the reach from the heart. One more breath here, stabilizing the core. Let's reverse it. Flip your right palm up. And arch up and back, exposing the right ribs. Your left hand has a couple options. It could either slide down the back leg, or you might hook it behind your back, sneaking it near the right hip, optionally. Yeah, that one's a little more intense on the shoulders. Yeah, let the breath come one more time. Full inhale. We're gonna cart to the ground. So take the hands cartwheel, please frame the right foot. Step back to plank pose and flow through a chaturanga. The exhale lowers you down, the inhale lifts you up, and your exhale takes you back. Remember, let the breath come just a minuscule sooner. Inhale, then let the left leg lift, bend that knee and start to pump those tissues and joints into some movement and fluidity. Yeah, you're doing great, you guys. You know, change of routine can make some of these things that I know we're so used to doing feel so different or harder than usual, or, you know, whatever. So much can come up and we can hold space for that. Okay, let's take the left leg up high, form the hips, equalize the hips. They're going to be square. Grip the fingers. Exhale, tap the left knee to the left elbow, please. Little core awakener. Inhale, re-extend the left leg up nice and high. And as you exhale, twist. You're going to tap the right elbow as you crunch. Very good. Nice. Inhale, re-extend, go high. Try not to go too fast so you can challenge yourself. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Hold it there just briefly. And then lightly land that left foot forward. Good, Pauline. Inhale, crescent lunge, spreading up towards the sky. And it's a splitting, right? You can think of like lunge, you can crescent the arms or bend the elbows, open the heart. It's like an hourglass, right? Everything on the lower half of the body, there's a root down, right? And then everything on the upper half, it's kind of like you're climbing right now, right? You're pulling your ribs up and away from those hips. Belly gets longer like a tube. One more breath here. And we'll go to warrior two. Spin the arms wide, spin the right heel in. So the right foot, again, is more or less parallel with the back edge of the mat. Breathe, and remember that back side, the right side right now, tend to be, for most of us, the sleepiest side. Right, so as you're in this warrior two, invite a uniform stretch from the left hand to the right hand. Cool. Take the left palm up, reverse your warrior, gradually letting the ribs rise. Take a few breaths here. Notice you don't have to go to 100% right away. Right, maybe the first couple breaths, you're just toying with the pose, noticing. And with every exhale, you potentially find a little more depth. Every inhale, you can find a little more lift. Right, so it's evolving. It doesn't have to be so static, right? One more full breath in, full reach here. Exhale, please cartwheel your hands back down to the earth. Simply frame the foot, step back. Take your chaturanga flow. Use your knees if you like. Knees can go down before you bend your elbows. That's cool. Inhale, up dog, nice tweet. Good. As you exhale, push back, take a down dog. 5 breaths here, or option, always option, to take a child's pose as needed. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Lift your heels up high, bend your knees, step or float to the front of your mat. Let's go feet all the way together if you weren't already doing that. Let's go feet narrow. Inhale, stretch halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, simple forward bend, Uttanasana. Please chair pose, bend your knees, sweep your arms forward and up. We'll hang here for a few breaths. Push the knees in the forward plane and sit the hips back and wide. Yeah, a little bit of a buns back feeling. Yeah, and then a catering in, or a tapering in of the core. Yeah, bring the arms a little bit lower so the neck is not so strained. But puff up the ribs, let the ribs get bigger. Now imagine your hands are holding a beach ball, so palms are facing palm to palm like Jenna's showing so well. And now from the inner belly, from there, reach the arms up. So it's less of your neck straining to do your chair pose. It's really these deeper muscles. Gaze a bit up, last final moments. Yeah, you guys, mountain pose, arms can come down by your sides as you come to standing. Take a full round of breath, rotating your shoulders. So let's just go shoulders forward, up, back, and down a handful of times. Potentially noticing clicks and pops and different sounds in your shoulder girdle, waking up. Yeah, that's okay. It's normal, right? Let's flow it out. Get rid of those cobwebs. Yeah. Let's do a second set of this. So step your feet pretty wide, slight pigeon toe, twine the fingers behind your back or grab a towel or a shirt. Second set of a bound forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown, yeah. And exhale, bend the knees a bit, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Skull towards the earth. Cool. Last breath here. And then unhook the hands, slide them up your shins, half lift, arch the spine. Exhale, let's take a flow, step or hop back. Use your knees if you like. Chaturanga to your up dog, to your down dog. Very good. All right, lift your right leg up. Go high, spread your toes. Imagine you're stepping on that foot on the ground. There's power. And as you exhale, bring the knee, tap the elbow of the right. Same, repeating similar flow. Inhale to re-extend the right leg up high. Yeah, you can do it. Exhale, twist, tap the opposite elbow. Get a little twisted core. Cool. Inhale, re-extend the right leg up high. Exhale, touch the nose briefly, and then place the foot for crescent pose. Inhale, stretch your arms up super high. Exhale, crescent, bend the elbows. Yeah. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Spin the back heel down and reach the arms out from the center of the heart. Flip your right palm up, reverse your warrior, opening the whole right side again. Exhale, place your right elbow on your right leg and stretch your left arm by your ear, extended side angle. Crave a bit more depth. The right hand might go to the earth. Right, you can place it inside the foot if desired, but if that's a little too much for your hips or whatever going on today, just keep the elbow on the leg. And just make it a nice long line from the left foot through your left fingertips. Right? It doesn't have to be complex, but there is an attentiveness to the right knee over the ankle versus buckling in. Okay, take one more deep, profound, full breath just for you. And then using the exhale, let's frame the front foot, spin the left heel up, and take a vinyasa flow. Or if you prefer, you guys, you can just push right back to downward dog and begin to skip some of these chaturanga flows to simplify the practice. No big deal. Yeah, cool. Left leg up when you're ready. Inhale. And again, let the breath initiate. Exhale, then take that left knee, tap your left elbow. Inhale, re-extend, left leg up high. Opposite elbow, twist and tap right elbow with your left knee. Nice, Aaron. Yeah. Inhale, re-extend, super high and strong. Exhale, tap the nose, hold the knee there. Let the core get a little workout. Then lightly work left foot to the ground between your hands. Crescent, inhale, raise the arms up high. Exhale, bend your elbows, cactus. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two, spin the right heel out and extend the arms to the sides. And inhale, left palm up. Breath movement is our goal right now, full stretch. Exhale, put the left elbow on the left leg, reach the right arm, cross your ear fully. Yeah, this is a good place to hang out, good place to spend your time. Few breaths here. Alternatively, more depth would be left hand to earth. Ensure left knee is above left ankle. Not buckling in like it might tend to do if your hips are a little on the tighter side. Yeah, notice the inner dialogue, maybe some different stories coming up in your mind about what your body and mind feel and do. And I encourage you to eliminate some of that chatter and just be in this breath. One more inhale, please. And as you exhale, frame the front foot with your two strong arms. Step back, downward facing dog, or take a little chaturanga flow to level it up. Deep breaths. When you get to down dog, we'll hang there for 5 full rounds of breath. Or as you know, always that alternative to place the knees wide, forehead to the mat, and take a child's pose. I encourage you to really feel the wholeness of the breath, the natural rhythm that the body has, that inevitable high to low, up to down. It's like the tide of the ocean. You know, it inevitably goes up, it inevitably goes down. These parts of nature we're so connected to. On the inhale, lift your heels up high. On the exhale, please bend your knees, step or lightly hop to the front of your space. Inhale, half lift, stretch out the back. And exhale, forward fold. Bring the feet all the way together if they weren't already. Yeah. And then this chair pose again, sitting low and reaching high.
Yeah, sit deep and make a long line from your pelvis all the way through your crown. So it's not just about your fingers. That can be a part of it. Yeah, really sit the hips back, Mark. Back, 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 like you're going to sit in a chair. Yeah, there you go. Head high, open throat, last breath. Mountain pose, arms by your side, stand tall, crown of the head elevating. Pause, bit of stillness here. Tune into how you position, or rather energetically weight your feet. Yeah, lean a little forward and back, lean side to side, and consider like the bottom of each foot. It's like a rectangle of corners, 4 corners of each foot. And work towards a uniformity there. Okay, that'll be especially helpful where we're going now. So keeping the feet steady. Inhale, lift your arms up all the way above your head, get super stretched and long. You're gonna wrap right arm under the left. As you come back down, crisscross, either hold opposite shoulders. Right, opposite shoulders is good for tighter shoulders, or reach all the way up palm to palm, so you're crisscrossing in your eagle. Cool. Inhale. And exhale, similar to chair pose, bend your knees and sit back. Yeah, then lift your right leg and cross the right leg all the way over the left. Eagle pose. Yeah, cool. There's a lot of different things you can do with this pose. Staying here is enough. Work on balance, work on squeeze. You can even put your right toe on the ground to give yourself what we call a kickstand. The alternative would be to work towards a fold. So the elbows are going to come down towards the knees. We sometimes call that a nesting or a sleeping eagle. Yeah, really, again, inviting the core. Yeah, letting there be some wobbliness and not worrying about being perfect. Right? This is how we grow, right? We see the challenge, we get taken off of our typical flow, and then we pull ourselves back to what matters, to our core self. Final breath here. Nice, and use your inhale, slowly rise up if you went down, unravel, bring the feet together, raise the arms above your head, take a full long stretch to the sky. And exhale, left arm up under the right. Cross again, shoulders is enough. Otherwise, work the fingers or the hands to grasp. Inhale, lift the ribs. Keep the ribs lifted as you exhale and sit the hips back and wide, just like chair. Awesome, yeah, that's it. Lift the left leg and crisscross all the way over as best as you can. If a full crisscross, by the way, is a little too much for you, an alternative is to do a figure 4. Just cross your ankle above the knee. That works too. Cool, inhale, lengthen. And maybe exhale, fold into that nesting eagle, repeating what you did on the other side. Full breaths. One more full inhale, full exhale. Good job, Mark. Yeah, good. And then we'll inhale, we'll rise, unravel, arms come up, full stretch. Make your belly really long. Exhale, mountain pose, arms simply by the sides. Oh, Jenna forward folded. Okay, let's all forward fold. Looks like we wanted to do that. Cool, forward fold. Let's take the feet a little wider again, and we'll go all the way under with the hands. Slide your hands below your feet. Okay, you might have to bend your knees to do that, and that's okay. You're trying to get your toes to touch the crease of your wrists. Okay, if you don't fully have that today, it's okay. Just get as low as you can. Then on the inhale, go stretch halfway up. Again, resist, bend the knees, try to make the spine long despite the resistance of the hands and the feet together. And exhale, as you fold, go wide with your elbows. So again, these ribs start to get less tucked in or less stagnant. And there's a flow or a bigness to the rib cage, a fluidity of almost like you're pushing it out, like if you had a corset on, maybe you're trying to push out of that cage or out of that resistance. Let your head dangle, you guys, a little shake of the head side to side. Fun. And then we'll come out, slowly unhook the hands, half lift, stretch your spine, full length, getting longer every time. Either a down dog or a chaturanga flow, step or hop to the back of your space and move in a way that makes you happy, but also challenges you. Yeah, nice, Melissa. All right, we're adding on. So let's go right leg up high, take a full breath in. We're gonna skip the core. Just exhale, place the right foot between your two hands. Inhale, crescent, raise your arms up super high. Exhale, bend your elbows to cactus, baby back bend. Be safe, don't hurt yourself. Inhale, re-extend your arms super high. And then warrior two again, reach the arms out to the sides. Cool. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up. We're gonna stay here for a moment. I'm gonna have you stay upper body the same as it is, but straighten your base leg. So let the right leg straighten. Yeah, push the floor away. Yeah, there you go. Stay here. See if you can get maybe even a little bit more reach from the ribs. And then we'll go triangle pose. So again, the arms come to a T, just like warrior two. Push the left hip back, reach the right arm forward, and eventually start to bring the right hand either to a yoga block if you have one, you know, some type of support water bottle, or maybe it comes towards the ankle. Yeah. Bend the knees as needed, Trikonasana pose, yeah. But work eventually towards full length. That's it, nice, Jenna. And then a little, you might feel like a bit like a twist as you work your left shoulder a bit more back, and the gaze slightly more skyward. Yeah, 2 more full breaths. One more breath. Good, and then simply bend the right knee, place the hands to frame your foot, downward dog or chaturanga flow, personal choice here. Nice. And then inhale, take your left leg up long and high. Keep the foot active as if you're standing on it. Exhale, plant the foot in between your hands. On the inhale, raise your arms up above. And on the exhale, cactus, baby back bend. Inhale, re-extend, raise the arms high. Warrior two, spin the body out to the right side and extend your arms. Cool. Reverse warrior, left palm up, right hand can either slide down the leg or hook behind the left hip. And then staying here, extend the front leg straight. Keep the reverse warrior going and see if extended legs gives you even more room, more space to flow, to open. Final inhale here, and use an exhale, triangle pose. Tee the arms, press the left hip back, or the right hip back, reach forward and down to the ankle, or if you have any kind of support, if you have really tight hamstrings, you can put your hand on the couch near you, Mark. You could really use any tool nearby if the full extent of the pose, bringing the hand to the ankle is a little bit much. Yeah, and then little bitty twist feeling. Opening and lengthening. Full breath in and a full breath out. And then very simple, keep it simple. You guys bend the front knee, frame the front foot with your hands, and let yourself push back to your dog or take a chaturanga flow. Again, always invited to use the knees as desired. Yeah, sweet. All right, let's take it down a little bit. Please lower to all fours, hands and knees, also known as tabletop. And now stay in tabletop, but bring your feet a little closer and your knees just a bit wider. So almost like you're gonna do child's pose, but you're not. Knees a little wide, heels in. Cool, now take the right hand up to the sky and let yourself twist the heart open. Yeah, nice little twist. And then we're gonna thread the needle. So you take that right hand, you thread it on the ground underneath you, reaching the right hand to the left until the right shoulder and the right side of your head actually land on the earth. Yeah, like that, Mark. Yeah, and the knees can stay on the ground. Cool. Let the belly be open. Just let everything soften. All the effort, let it go. So good. So from here, slowly bring that left hand into a place where you can push off with it. Inhale, raise the right arm up towards the sky, full stretch. And then as you exhale, come to all fours. And start to move a little bit on your own, you guys. Take a little bit of cat-cow in all fours. Other side, again, knees a little wider than your ankles. Inhale, twist the left arm all the way up to the sky, open the tissues of the lungs a whole bunch. Exhale, slide through, thread the needle. The left shoulder lands to the ground, the left side of your head lands to the ground. The right hand may scooch forward a few inches or so into a place where you feel like you can actually soften into this twist, a very passive, not active twist. Nice. Knees are on the ground and the belly is open. And the communication is, try to work less reactive, more just passive, be with yourself. Cool. And then bringing that right hand back into a good place where you can push back up. Again, inhale, open the left arm. Second time, twisting open, full stretch. And exhale, hand to the floor, downward facing dog. Curl your toes and lift your hips up. All right. Let yourself feel toes to fingers and everything in between. Relax your jaw. Yeah. All right, let's level it up just a little bit before we cool down. Please inhale, lift your right leg up high. Exhale, crescent, lightly place the foot between the hands. Inhale, raise your arms up above your head. Cactus the elbows, and then from there, stay in this lunge and take your hands behind your back and intertwine your fingers again. Yeah, with the hands interlaced by the sacrum, pull the shoulders back and work towards extending the elbows. You can even gaze a little bit up and work the chin away from your sternum. There's all this nice length. Good. Staying here, or let's work a little toppling tree. Lean into the front leg. Shift the ribs forward and eventually hover the left leg in the air behind you. The lower the ribs go, the higher the leg can go. Little by little, we're going to slowly work towards standing splits. So that means little by little, ribs down, leg high, ribs down, leg high. Oh yeah, and then eventually the hands will come to the ground. Standing splits. If your leg is not as high as Jenna's, don't worry. She's super bendy. Just keep the hips square and take your leg as high as makes sense for your body today. Okay, it's not a competition. Yeah, I have no awards for anybody for being really flexible here. Yeah, just work towards square hips so it doesn't feel like you're rotating open the left hip. Yeah, that's better, you guys. One more full breath. We're going to do a deep lunge. So bend the front knee, take a big, big step to the back of your mat. So really take up space. Good. Put the back knee down on the earth. Take your arms inside your right leg and even scooch the right foot a few inches out to the right side. And lower down to your elbows, either on a pillow, maybe on the floor. And let the hips relax for a few breaths. Yeah, thanks, Nicole. And again, work that non-reactivity. And another nice option here, by the way, is a little turn out of the right foot. So if you want to let that right foot, doesn't have to stay square unless you want it to be, but a little turn out, letting the knee widen out, kind of gets a little bit of that pigeon feeling that we all love. Two more full deep. So you guys use an inhale, that'll help you allow. Inhale, rise back up to the hands. Step yourself back. Find your downward facing dog, or maybe optional chaturanga flow if desired. Throw it in. Yeah, you guys want it. Lots of chaturanga is cool. Left side, inhale, left leg stretches tall up to the ceiling. Exhale, lightly place the foot between your two hands. Inhale, crescent, raise the arms, fill the ribs, open up high. Exhale, cactus, let the elbows bend, let the heart open. You're going to keep that, take the hands behind your back, bend the elbows to interlace all 10 fingers together, get a good bind, and then work towards extension. So this is a good place to stay. You can stay here, and just open up, right? That's good. Open the heart. Alternatively, lean forward with the heart and the head first, and then slowly transition the weight to the front foot, lifting the right leg. It's kind of a warrior 3 to begin with the spine behind your back, right? And then the toppling tree part of it is that the ribs will start to descend as the leg lifts slowly by slowly. You challenge yourself to hold that as long as you can, then eventually bring the hands to the earth for your standing splits. Yeah, good. Breathe. And again, the leg doesn't have to be excessively high. Notice, you might not be able to see yourself, but you can feel, is my hip rolling open? Ask it to stay more square, even if that means less lift of the leg, and you'll likely get more of that uniform hamstring love going on. There's Mark. Final breath. Yeah, and we'll take a big, big lunge. So bend the front knee, right leg way to the back of your mat, scooch it more back as needed, put the back knee down, scooch the left foot a little out to the side, arms are gonna come inside your left leg, elbows can go to the earth, a pillow, couch cushions are really helpful too. They kind of make good yoga bolsters. They tend to be a little thicker and more sustained than a pillow. Yeah. And then again, that little turn out of that left foot might feel nice, letting the knee sort of flag out to the side. And I always invite little micro movements that allow you to explore a bit more into the tissues that make up the hip space. Even if they're tight, it doesn't mean they're to be ignored or pushed away. Two more full breaths here. Really good, you guys. Take it slow. Come up to your hands, eventually making your way back to your downward dog or child's pose if you need it. And then optional, of course, always that chaturanga flow. Throw that in if you'd like it. There's how Melissa smile. Oh, sweet. All right, so let's step or jump to the front of the mat and do a nice deep squat, malasana. So you're gonna take the feet real wide. Okay, turn your toes out and the heels could lift if you need to. Bring the hips all the way down, bending the knees, and the hands come to your heart, okay? Now, if this is too much, use something to sit on. Maybe try to do it on your couch or a chair in different ways. And then, of course, you can always let the heels lift. So the hands are going to push together, so I'll help you find your center. Elbows are push it. And then try this while you're here. Squeeze your knees into your elbows. Hug the knees to the midline. As the knees hug in, widen the pelvic floor more, right? So you can access more, not just holding static postures, that's a good start, but then directing the muscular energy to widen the hips. Yeah. Take a final breath. And can you guys hear me okay? I think I had a little internet glitch. Is it okay? Okay, cool. Nice. We'll transition to a forward fold. So put your hands down, lift your tailbone up, and turn your feet parallel again, forward bend. Shake it out, bend your knees, go side to side, almost like a monkey or an ape dance if you want. Yeah, like that, Aaron, so cool. You guys are fun. All right, let's do one more time, slow curl up. So pull the belly in, one vertebrae at a time. You're gonna stack your way eventually vertical. Let the feet stay wide. So you're gonna make a big star shape, go super big. And exhale, arms by your sides. Adjust the feet so they're comfortable hips distance apart. Do some shoulder rolls, forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Allowing the fullest part of the heart to express itself, not just one side, right? It's not, the heart's not like the dark side of the moon. It's uniform, it's expansive, and we get to shake it up and open it up into all sides. One more balance before we go to the earth to chill out. Tree pose. So you can bring the feet a little closer. It tends to help with balancing. Hands, put them on your hips for now. Let's put the hands on the hips so you can want to keep their hips square. You're going to lift your right foot Place the bottom of your foot either on the left calf, rotating the knee out to the side, like Jenna's showing now, or you can lift the foot above the knee. And that's where you would want to use your right hand to help position it, just so. Please don't have the foot on the knee itself, on the inner knee. Hands can either come to the heart space or they can reach up. I challenge you, if you want to level up, or not even level up, just make it harder, cactus the arms. Potentially even bind the hands behind your back. And one final balance challenge, if you're feeling it, gaze straight up towards the ceiling. So your drishti, instead of straight forward at the horizon, would alternate or would change to be something on the ceiling. Woo! Yeah, riding the waves and hopefully not taking it too seriously. Nice, Nicole. Good, Melissa. All right, as you come back to center, mountain pose. We'll switch sides right away. So good for the balance, good for the brain. From the right, go to the left. Place the foot on the calf, on that meaty part of the inner calf, or use your hand to go above the knee. Do not put your foot on your inner knee. Hands can express themselves at the heart center, or again, a little bit of play, reaching up, potentially cactus, and even potentially hands bound behind your back like we've done a bunch today, and gazing up towards the sky. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, notice the expressiveness of the heart on all sides. The fullness, not just collarbone, front body, but the side ribs, the back ribs. One more breath. Nice, Pauline. Good to have that table there. And we'll come back to earth position. Or to mountain pose, excuse me. Post-spring dialogue comes out. Mountain pose, palms face forward, shoulders broad. Let's take 3 full breaths before we go to the earth and chill out. Inhale, get super full in the ribs. Open your mouth, let it go. 2 more like that. Fill up, fill up. Exhale, release. 1 more breath together in community. Inhale. And exhale. Oh, so good. Let's go to the floor. Inhale, arms up first. Exhale, we fold together, hinging at the hips, touch down. Fantastic. Inhale, lift halfway. Right tweet. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga flow of your choice, or downward facing dog is a great option. Yeah. And from the down dog, any way you have to do, step or jump to a seat. Right, so if you want to hop through, step through, or just put your hip down and swivel your legs around. Lots of ways to come there. Cool. Staff poses, legs straight out in front of you. Hands by your sides. Let's just sit up nice for a moment. As you sit up tall now, push the ribs a little side to side. So again, you're playing with this like bobbiness of the ribs. They're full, even your chin, like a cat, like pull the ribs back and wide. And keeping that, the ribs are buoyant. Use your hands actually to just untuck your pelvis a bit more. So, you know, as best as you can, try to get that curve you see in Jenna's back so well, right? It's not so flat. Inhale, arms up high, slowly. We'll take a forward fold, hinge at the hips. You don't have to touch your feet. Wherever you go is cool, right? And then once you grab whatever you grab, I invite you to do another half lift. So grip what you're gripping, inhale, try to lift out of it, but resist with your arms. Yeah, really get some space. And then take a fold for a few more breaths, letting the head descend, let your body soften. If you really enjoy that half lift, please repeat that at any time. It's a nice way to get the fold out of any like back pain and really get a more uniform stretch through the hips, through the low back as well, and the hamstrings. Nice, Melissa, yeah. Cool, then inhale, make your way back up to a seat, and in your favorite way, find yourself on your back, rolling any way you like. To a supine pose. Supine is laying on your back. Cool. Bring both knees in to start. Yeah, thank you, Pauline. Both knees in to start. And just do a little sway. It can be simple. You just roll a bit side to side. And then keep your right knee with you and extend your left leg out really long on the ground. And try to get, if you can, try to get that left thigh bone rooted. not on the rise, but on the descent. Pull the right knee in towards you, wind removing pose. So important to do right now, encouraging the digestive system to stay healthy, to stay potent. Yeah. And when we do the right side, it's cool. It stimulates the digestion on the right, which is the ascending colon. That's why when we do these in yoga, we typically do the right side first to help aid in that digestive pattern of wellness and health. Okay. We'll go to the other side. Stretch your right leg back on the ground, nice and long, thigh to the earth, and pull your left knee narrow, or left knee in towards you. Intertwine the fingers, get a nice little pull. And to note, the knee doesn't have to stay in one place. Sometimes it's nice to play a little bit like 2 inches narrower towards you, 2 inches further out, and you might potentially help yourself to find some good, places in the hip that you want to open up for better health. And in the digestive, now this is descending colon side, really breathe into that, like a Santa Claus tummy. Try to push your belly up into that thigh to stimulate that left side a bunch. Nice. And our final little thing here, pull both knees in again and give yourself the best squeezy hug that you can. And so this finishes off with the transverse colon. You can sway, and this could stay here if you prefer a happy baby. Please hold the feet, widen the legs, get a lot of space in the pelvis. Tailbone works towards the ground as the belly stays long and open. You can tip the throat more open so there's less tension in the front body. More reliance on the strength of your back body. Yeah. Very good, everybody. And we'll release to our Shavasana time. Take the legs out long and wide. I invite you to use your hands to untuck the pelvis. And then reach the arms as wide as you like. They don't have to be right by your sides. The arms could be low with the palms facing up, or they could be, you can even do cactus here if you want. Notice what you need and give yourself exactly that. We'll be here for just a couple minutes and let everything hang heavy. Let the thoughts pass like clouds in the sky, where it's more about the observing of that which is outside or inside of us versus having to create or having to do right now. And if you notice you're getting a little muddled or distracted, don't be negative. It's very normal. So when you notice that, just come back into the observation, to this fantastic, safe space you have no matter where you go, this home of your body. This buoyancy of the heart on all sides, sustained and healthy. Relax your jaw, relax your eyes. Melt yourself, wash yourself with gratitude for making time to come to practice today. Making space for yourself. We are just now at the very end of our hour together. I like to close my online classes, keeping you here. So if you want to stay longer, please do so. I really encourage it. The nervous system reboot, another 5-10 minutes if you have it. We turn off the Zoom call. So when we do shut it down, you are in your own space, your own time. Thank you so much for being here today, for allowing me into your home. Thank you, Jenna, for being our spotlight today. Greatly appreciate you being a part of this class. Have a beautiful Thursday evening. Namaste.